Hey girl, hey, how you doing? It's your girl Liah. Welcome back to my channel. Let's get personal. If you're not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and subscribe to my channel and turn on those notifications. I always start off my eyes with, of course, having my brows done. I do have a video tutorial on how I do that. But for today, I'm just putting some regular LA Girl Pro Concealer on my eyes. Usually I would use a white base, but I decided to use just a concealer this time, like a regular colored one. And then of course put some tape to make a very sharp line. Like trust me, when after you take this off, it'll be a sharp line. So today I am using the Crayon case box of crayons, and I'm using the red pigment, and I'm just putting that all over right above my crease. So I am using a fluffy blending brush for this. This is a e.l.f. blending brush. It's about $3 at Walmart. I'm all about budget, okay? I want to get some different brushes soon, maybe some Morphe brushes. I know those are really good. And then I was also thinking about getting some Sigma brushes, but who knows. So anyway, I'm taking the tan pigment and I'm going to use this to better blend out the red into my brow bone area, just so it's not a harsh line of demarcation. Now I'm picking up the deep plum color. I'm showing you guys every step of what I did. This step honestly wasn't really needed, which is why I'm quickly going through it, because I ended up going into my Urban Decay Nocturnal palette and taking the shade Delete, and I used this dark brown to really further make that crease darker, just so there's like a gradual change in colors, and you know, just blending all of that out. Then to further deepen up that crease area, I went back into that Nocturnal palette and I grabbed the pigment Blackout. And I didn't use much of this. Like, yeah, it looks like a lot here, but once I cut my crease, you're barely going to see any of that black. It's just going to be just making that brown darker, so that when I have that cut crease, you do see a glimpse of black. Like, you know that there was depth there. To cut my crease, I of course use my NYX white eyeshadow base, and I put this just on the bottom closest to my lash line, and then I look up. That's how I create my crease. And for this look, I did want my eyes to be a more like oval, half oval shape, so I did go a little higher than what my normal crease would be, just at the peak area, so that it's like a nice oval. So I'm just perfecting my crease here. I of course am using my e.l.f. brush that I get from Walmart, which is also $3. Y'all know I'm all about this budget stuff, man. I'm going to get some Sedona lace brushes, don't get me wrong, just not right now. After I cut that crease, I went to my Morphe Ultimate Artistry palette and I grabbed the green shimmer shade. It's like a dark green shimmer shade. I was going to use the green shade from the Crayon case, but I don't know, I kind of liked how this one was looking, so I'm just taking a packing kind of brush and I'm just using this to, you know, put it all over the lid area, and being very mindful, being very careful not to go over where I cut the crease, because I do not want any of that green to be transferred over to where I had perfectly blended out that dark pigment into my red. So I'm being very mindful and being very careful not to get it outside of the lines. Then I went back into the palette and grabbed this green, and oh my gosh, like this green was so, it is so pretty. Like, I wish I had picked this up first. You could only imagine how this would look on its own and not blended into the previous green. Girl, this is beautiful. So I took a smaller little brush and tried to get closer to the edges with blending out the greens. Oh, and oh my gosh, I'd hate to be the type of person to not give someone props. So I'm trying to recreate this look from MakeupTiffanyJ on YouTube. If you do not follow her, if you're not subscribed to her on YouTube, like, oh my gosh, she is like the queen of eye looks. Like, her eye looks are so beautiful, guys, so definitely check her out. I'll put her link in the description bar below, but just so this was inspired by her. So I went back into that palette again and I tried to use this goldish kind of color as a topper. Now in her video, she does use an actual loose glitter for this, but I didn't want to use any loose glitters. I just wanted to, you know, stay within just palettes. So I felt like this did the trick. It added some dimension to my eye area. especially because I have very small lids, so that added on to it. So if you guys have been watching my previous videos, you know that I've been using this shade from this palette as well as a highlight. So I've been putting this under my brow bone area and in my inner corners, and I sometimes put it on the tips of my nose, the tip of my nose and my nose bridge, and it's really pretty. So here I am struggling as usual to do a wing liner, and I realized that my wing liner is all dried out now, so yeah. So now for the under eye area, I'm taking black out again and I'm smoking out my under lash line area. I'm just putting this right along my waterline and kind of smudging it out. Then I went back into that palette again and took delete, and I'm just basically going in reverse order of what I did for my crease area. So after I used delete and smudged that out, I went back into the Crayon case palette, took the red and put that at the very bottom, so it's like a nice gradually getting lighter, like basically mirroring what the crease area was about. And then I did my face. I didn't want to show you guys how I did my face today because honestly it's repetitive, and then I also feel like I did not do that great of a job with doing my face. So if you do want a more in-depth tutorial video of how I do my face, I am trying to switch up my routine, so I will have a video out on that pretty soon. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. I do upload every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday, and I'm pretty active on Instagram, so follow me there as well. And until next time, stay true, stay you. I'll see y'all in my next one. Bye.
I remember everything. Know that I'm watching. I remember everything. Just know.